Listen. Listen, listen hard, and you may hear the sound of a waterfall. What do you think is going on in the background? Can you hear that? Babe?
Yeah?
Everyone heard you.
Oh my God!
You left the door open. Did anyone hear that? It sounded like a horse relieving itself. Sorry, it was a horrible image for first thing in the morning, isn't it? Morning, everyone. How art thou? Fairer than the morning sun, held within an amber aspect, looking down upon us, mere mortals. Coffee moaning, regrets. I've had a fair old few of those. Have you got
Regrets. I've had a few.
She's had a few hundred.
But then again, too few to mention.
That kind of disqualifies the song, doesn't it, when he says too few to mention? Because you want a lot of regrets to talk about in a song.
Too few to mention.
Yeah.
God, I've never thought.
Yeah.
Regrets, I had a few.
Talk about killing the drama.
Too few to mention.
But too few to... Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'll
it's a
give up on the song.
very arrogant song. Listen, I'm in such a quandary today
So am I.
that I've got tea and coffee.
I've got a Christmas cup. A
I'm
Christmas
starting with
crackers.
the tea and moving on to a
So
coffee.
anyway, yeah, what is in our headlines? What's in our title today?
What do we think?
Regrets.
Hang on, before any of that, can we just say, what do you think is going to happen with the bloody weather? It looks really grey.
It's going to be incredibly humid. I'm going to go for a run today. I'm going to run like the wind. With wind and like the wind. That's what I'm going to do.
Who enjoyed the quiz last night?
Yeah, who
That
enjoyed
was
my
good.
twerking? Can I say I woke up this morning with pains in the most
my
oddest of places in my lower lumbar
You have
region.
to go and watch the quiz from last night. Mark had to do twerking.
I didn't have to. You made me.
And
Well, yeah,
it
I
was
had
the...
It was bad.
Oh, it's really, really hard.
It's
to
really
do.
hard.
I don't understand it.
How do those women have almost
When they move buttocks
autonomous
separately.
control of each buttock?
I know.
One moves to the top left, one moves to the top right, one comes back down.
But
one goes
also
up.
when they go... But I see... I
Have a
don't
go.
like
Come
it
on, have
because
a
it's
go.
very
You've got the right-
submissive.
I don't mind that. Just go, go and have a crack. Do you get it?
I can't do
Have a
it.
crack.
Please don't make
Have a
me-
crack at it.
I
Go on. You've got
don't
the
want
perfect
to,
butt
Mark.
for
I
it,
don't
babe.
want... I have...
You
always
have.
say this.
Come over here. I just want to point something
You
out.
have literally optical illusions. You
I
think...
have optical illusions.
you think I'm a completely different woman than the one I am.
Oh my God, you are the woman I
You're
want.
blinded by love.
You're the one that I want. Do that, but do that. Look, you've got that funny little bit just there. It just lifts. So it could do the thing where...
No, I don't want to.
Oh, all right, okay.
I've got to be 16 and I'm not 16.
Well, there you
And
go.
it pulls my back out.
Laura Lawler, no twerking.
It's like I said to Mark yesterday. Well, like I said to you guys yesterday on the
Oh, look, loved your Insta advert about your floor. I have to say, you make hashtag ad fun. You know,
oh my
hashtag
God,
ads.
it
Everyone's
was so
hashtag adding.
shocking because of course we were doing this confessional mess and then Mark and I had actually swept and cleaned the floor because yeah, I was okay with doing it, but I didn't want to really do it. And then when he went, oh my God, I was like, shit. Honestly, there was hairs.
Last
hanging
time
off.
I saw that colour was in your knickers and a problem.
Mark, don't you stop this. Stop it.
Sorry.
We've had a talk about this
No, we haven't.
behaviour.
No, we haven't. When did we ever talk?
But anyway, I said, just wait. In a couple of days, he's going to be in the vlog and he's going to be going, oh God, my back. And you
I woke
are
up this
not
morning, I
going
got out
to
of bed,
remember
I was
that
like-
it was the twerking.
I thought, could it be cycle 86, workout graduate plan number 94 that I was doing with Joe Wicks? Or was it the twerking? No, it was the twerking. Of course it was.
How's your back, says Nicola Randall.
Ooh, my back's awful. Lower lumbar,
Oh,
bad.
Jennifer Hayhurst. Morning. Were you the one that I just met on Instagram as a new person? I haven't seen your name before, Jennifer Hayhurst.
Where's that?
Hayhurst.
Jennifer Hayhurst rocks. That's a good name. I
Hayhurst.
like that name.
Um,
That was nice with
Melanie
my
Hawkins.
cereals, Mark.
Oh, we so suit these glasses. Don't you think it's funny that we've both got exactly the same ones?
Can you wish my son, Oscar, a happy 11th
Yes.
birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oscar, who's 11. Happy birthday to. Wait for it. To. No, that's too much. You.
Got a few birthday messages this week.
They're all flying up there.
Aren't they?
Anyway, but first of all, we're going to talk about
Regrets?
Regrets.
Well, we do a podcast, don't we? Which is a surprisingly emotional podcast. Go to Confessions of a Modern Parent, link below here. We talk about parental regret.
How many coffees have you had?
This is my first.
Can you just calm down, Mark? Right, so we did this Confessions of a Modern Parent. We taped it yesterday. And we, again, it always takes us by surprise, our podcast. And we were just sort of, well, let's just do regrets as a parent, because we know that everybody has regrets as a parent, whatever
Yes.
they are. And actually, I think it's still a relevant podcast, even if you're not a parent, because we've all been parented. And there's things that we hope our parents regret, or that our parents might apologise for, or might validate our feelings.
But can I also stress, some of us haven't been parented, but in not being parented, for example, I didn't know my dad.
Yeah.
Parenting happens without a parent, even without a parent, because there's a gap, there's an emptiness, there's a void, and that void has to be filled with something.
And anyway, it was a really meaningful chat. Broke my heart, I have to say, because Mark got very, you got blindsided, didn't you? He got
Totally
really
blindsided.
upset.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just want to say, in Mental Health Awareness Week, Men's Mental Health, I'm so proud of you that I get emotional. I'm so proud of the way that you are able to just share your feelings in the way that you do, because the world is still so switched away from that, you know.
Yeah.
And Mark does get really emotional. It really takes him by surprise, the whole chat.
Yeah, it wasn't anticipated. I was
No.
meaning to be really sort of bold and manly, and kind of by the end I was gibbering with snot down my face.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't that
But
bad.
anyway, I just think it would be really great if you've got time to have a listen to it, because it just might get you thinking about stuff. I mean, also I
Surprisingly
would
deep.
warn you that it might trigger you, so be careful if your mental health at the moment is a bit shaky around your parenting, the way you were parented or anything like that. Maybe just be a bit mindful of that. But I was really proud of this one.
Thanks.
It was brilliant. You spoke with such eloquence and such emotional.
I squandered your sympathy,
articulacy.
didn't I, when I then went on to try and twerk.
Did
Yeah.
squandered it.
Yeah, squandered it.
But anyway, so check out that podcast. So we just thought, have any of you got any regrets?
Yes.
What we like to have a bit of a chat about. What have you got regrets? But it doesn't have to be about parenting. If you just had one regret, setting aside what we all know, we should never regret anything because it changes who we are and where we are.
Gabrielle,
We know
I
all of that.
regret living a busy life and not spending enough time with my family.
There you go.
Catherine
But you can
Clausen.
change that. That's something you can change right from this minute. It is never too late. And we talk a lot about that on the podcast, don't we?
Yeah.
And give advice on what you could do with your teens
Yeah.
if you feel like you wasted time when they were younger.
Catherine Clausen echoing what I think a lot of people do feel, which is no regrets, everything made me and kids. It's a funny one, regret, isn't it? Because we talk about this in the podcast, but you know, you can't test drive other choices.
I say that about every other area of my life, but I can't say it with parenting. It's
No,
funny,
I
isn't
agree,
it?
I agree.
And we talk
It's-
about that as well.
It's really
We talk
hard.
about a lot.
Talk about a hell of a lot. Sarah Jordan, we blue heart love you. Oh, thanks. Todd the bunny, hi there. Zoe's here.
Hi,
Hi,
Zoe. Zoe is
Leo.
bunking off.
Zoe, oh, is it Zoe Agnew? Where are you, darling?
Are you bunking off? Biggest regret getting married too young, Jeannie
Ooh.
Kyle.
Gemma P, I regret not enjoying lockdown.
Oh God.
It's interesting you should say that. I was having
That's a
yeah.
really good discussion.
I think a lot of people.
We should do that. When
And I
did
was
you do-
speaking to someone yesterday. I don't want to break their confidence, but I was speaking to someone yesterday, and a lot of people are very down about the fact that they haven't been more opportunistic. And I don't mean like in a mass
I should have learned that
productivity.
language.
You know, I don't mean in
be
that
playing
way.
the ukulele.
I think even they haven't been opportunistic in just being with themselves and being mindful of what's happened here and stopping. And
Oh,
that's
Jane
kind of what they
regrets
meant.
her marriage and shouting at my kids. But you know what? You can change that today.
Right
And
now.
don't shout at your kids. And we talk about how you can maybe heals some of those wounds that might have happened,
Yes.
don't we? We go into that quite a lot. Actually, I'm really bloody proud of that podcast.
It's a bloody good podcast.
It was a good one.
It's a bloody good one. Off the
Shout
back of
out
a
for
chat about
Julie
cannabis.
Neary, Julie Neary.
Total Storm Addict. I'm always fascinated to know where
What
you
the
are.
hell are you doing?
What are you doing
UK
now?
and Australia are going to be in free trade deal soon. Cheaper Tim Tams biscuits for you guys. We don't know what a Tim Tam biscuit is because we, unlike you, are not mining for gold in flaming Australia, which we would bloody love to be doing.
When I was making that documentary with Nigel Slater, Tim Tams kept coming up. I don't know what a Tim Tam is either. I don't think I've ever seen
it a biscuit
It's a
or a
biscuit.
sweet?
Yeah, it's an Australian biscuit. It's quite a big
I
thing.
want a Tim Tam.
Tim Tam.
I want a Tim Tam.
I want to eat 10 Tim Tams.
Can you find me a Tim Tam, please?
Can I find your Tim Tam in your bush? Have you got crumbs from your Tim Tam in your bush?
Let's go into the bush and find some Tim Tam.
Can you pop a Tim Tam on the barbie? That's what I want
No,
to know.
that's really poor. That's the weakest joke ever when somebody says that in an Australian accent. That's bad.
What do they
really
call
good
kangaroo?
with Tim Tam in the bush and then you let yourself
What
down.
do they call a kangaroo? Is there a nickname for a kangaroo? Is it like...
A roo.
Look at that.
It's a roo.
It's a roo, isn't
Just
it?
a roo.
Or is it a look at that bouncer? That's what I'd call them. Look at that bouncer. Look at the bounce on that.
The bouncer.
Look at the bounce on that.
Oh, loads of good regrets. Paigey, a shout out to you. And also a happy birthday to Goody.
Oh, Goody.
Let's do a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Goody.
From Selkirk, Manitoba. And good luck with the bogathon.
And your very important calls.
Happy birthday to you, Goody.
Oh, that bogathon, it's made me fancy the bog again now.
I love going to the toilet and staying there. Yesterday, you called me 85 times on the toilet. You come up to the door whilst I'm sat there and you just have a full conversation. What is wrong with you? Do you do it on purpose?
I miss you when you
It's
go.
not because you miss me. It's because you hate me communing with another large receptacle.
Mark.
I didn't mean that to sound like it sounded, actually. Sorry.
Weirdest birthday wishes, Heather Gunn. Hilary Weeks, I need cheering up. Louise Jones, we are cheering you up, Heather Gunn, with Hilary Weeks. Hi, Priya Sharad. I don't have kids yet, but love your podcast and use it as a way to understand how my parents might have felt through the
Priya.
years with us growing up. This makes
Regret my biting back when they just wanted to help. Priya, that is
This
such a...
makes our heart swell.
But that's such a profoundly,
I
emotionally
love that.
intelligent thing to say.
It's like when people will listen to our How to Stay Married So Far podcast, and we never imagined that people that weren't married would listen to it, and yet we get so many people listening to it. Oh man,
Crazy.
and it warms our heart. It really does. And remember, we're always coming from a place of how much we fucked everything up.
Yes.
Not from a place of look how great we are. Oh my God, we're so fabulous. We could just eat ourselves.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Marky, and this is truly odd TV. I love your
Moved on to
name.
my coffee now. From
I love the little moments when Nadia is laughing at something Marcus said because she couldn't hold herself back from laughter.
Kids love that. They go, "You're laughing, Mum. You're laughing."
It's a huge victory
No,
when
but
I know I
hate
haven't
it.
annoyed
It's
you.
like when you stuffed the banana down my
That was
bloody
a-
bra
that-
the other night. I didn't want to laugh. I was laughing because it was an accident.
You're laughing now. It was fun. That's what you
No,
told me.
it wasn't fun.
You
It's
are.
the
You
same.
like my banana.
It was the same. When you
She
know
liked
when
my
people
banana.
tickle you and you're laughing and they go, "Oh look, she laughed." No, Mark, no, I don't like it, Mark.
Oh, I've just found a Tim Tam in the bush.
I don't like
The banana was a bit too far. I noticed
it. The
actually.
banana was a bit too
I
far.
think we offended quite a few people in that one. It was also a
So
discussion.
people desubscribe.
I think people noticed the Gwyneth. I think you were too much on Gwyneth Paltrow's Big O.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Squishing Bananas and making sounds all about orgasms and everything. It wasn't me, it was you.
I can't believe you said the O word and it's not even 11 o'clock.
Cock. I have to tell my story again. I know I've told it before, but just in case nobody has. My first time ever standing in for Lorraine on the
Oh, I
Lorraine
wonder what you were
show.
going to talk about then.
Standing in for the Lorraine show. It's my first, it's a massive deal looking after the Lorraine
Just gonna
show.
take a back
You're
seat.
the only presenter there. And it's all going really well. It's 8:30 and we're moving up towards the news. And I turn, look straight down the barrel and go, "It's 9 o'clock and time for the news."
Oh, yeah.
And the director said in my ear, "Oh, well done. Half an hour in and you've already said cock on live television."
Do you remember that time when we were filming and you went to grab the boomstick and you missed?
No. What did I do with it?
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't you.
Oh.
Louise Poyser, shout out, please, watching from Perth, Western Australia.
You're such a
Twat.
idiot.
Can I write on you?
No, Mark, don't.
Love watching you every day. We call kangaroos Rose.
Rose, I told you.
Rose.
A Rose and a Tim Tam.
Has anyone got a photograph of a roo eating a Tim Tam?
I'm going to look up a Tim Tam. I want to
look
see
up a kangaroo eating a Tim Tam.
Okay, this is it, guys. What do you imagine a Tim Tam to be?
Hang on,
I think. Do you remember?
I reckon
Hang on, let me
it's-
just finish.
Sorry.
Do you remember those biscuits? So, a bit of just like shortcake either side, and then inside was like this puffed marshmallow with coconut around it.
Yeah,
what were they called?
I think a Tim Tam is rectangular.
Oh, some people are saying they think it's a wagon wheel.
I think a Tim Tam, it's like a penguin biscuit. Oh, check
Oh.
it. Look it up,
Is it like a penguin? What's that biscuit I'm talking about with the coconut around the pipe?
Oh.
The piped marshmallow. Fucking hell, we're on tenterhooks. I'm going to have to get a Tim Tam up.
Morning. Yes, it is. Thank you. How are you? You stay safe, yeah? Take care. Thank you.
Tim Tam. Mark's best friends are the postman. Tim Tam. Okay, I've got it here. Tim Tam is a brand of chocolate biscuit made by the Australian biscuit company Arnott's. It consists of 2 malted biscuits separated by a light chocolate cream filling and coated in a thin layer of textured chocolate. A penguin. It's a penguin.
Have you seen kangaroos when they box? Have you
Oh my
seen
God, they're
them?
so incredible. What? There's so many incredible things about kangaroos.
Yeah, apparently kangaroos' babies come out that big,
And they're
crawl
born-
all the way up
I
the
know.
outside of the pocket, get in the pocket.
I know.
What the hell was that about? If we have any doubts about aliens, I think they landed in the bush. They're called kangaroos.
I'm quite scared of kangaroos though.
Oh, they're frightening
They
little
do
fuckers.
kick, they're nasty buggers.
Yeah, they are. I saw a really good film years ago with Donald Pleasance in it, and it was all about kangaroos. It's really good. That was a good kangaroo
What's it
impression,
called?
wasn't it, Heather Gunn? Can't remember, but look up Donald Pleasance's kangaroo film. It'd be funny if it's called Kangaroo. I think it might be called Kangaroo. But do you remember Donald Pleasance? Donald
I
Pleasance
do.
was such a great villain.
Donald
Didn't he play
Just those eyes.
Blomfeld?
Donald, he was the one with the cat, didn't he?
Blomfeld.
Donald Pleasance, the James Bond.
And then put
pussy.
Kangaroo film.
Kangaroo.
Put
I
Kangaroo
can't, I haven't got my
film.
glasses. Kangaroo.
Kangaroo film.
Film, I can't
Just put film.
read.
That's it. Yeah, you got. We'll get in there, guys.
It's my glasses.
Yeah, put your glasses on. Wake in Fright. Check it out, guys. Wake
Got 96% Rotten
It's a
Tomatoes.
cracking movie.
Do you know, for ages, this is really embarrassing fact. Whenever I used to see this Rotten Tomatoes, because I've got, I can't see that's got 96% Rotten Tomatoes, because I thought it meant 96% of people would throw a Rotten Tomato at the film.
We are close to, and when we come out of lockdown, we're applying for Rotten Tomatoes accreditation
Oh, I've
for the
seen
movie
this
side of
film.
the channel.
I've seen this film.
Wake in Fright. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
it's really good.
So good. It's hallucinatory and weird. Check it out.
My dad worked with Donald Pleasance.
Did he?
Yeah. I
I
have to
love
ask him
Donald
about
Pleasance.
it.
He was in the original Halloween.
Maybe he
It's so
could do.
good.
I'm pretty sure it was Donald Pleasance. Maybe we could get Teddy to do it for Teddy Talks.
Oh,
with the
I'd love
members.
to hear about Donald Pleasance.
No Name Sunday show.
He was just such a sort of weird, chilling chap. What was I going to say? Oh, if you haven't follow the Popcorn Junkies.
Did you? Samantha
hang on,
Ferrari
follow-
thought that about Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, did you?
Too.
Follow the
Sophie
Popcorn
Robinson.
Junkies. Follow the Popcorn Junkies Instagram account because
Sophie
we will be a
Robinson.
Rotten Tomato. Let me finish what I'm trying to say.
Just say welcome to the.
Yeah, but it's going to be there for
Let me
days.
say it then.
What?
I don't know whatever it is you're
I can't be
taking forever
bothered
to
now.
say.
I was just saying, please follow the Popcorn Junkies because we're going to become Rotten Tomato accredited. Now, let's say hello to Sophie Robinson.
Sophie Robinson. Welcome to the family guest area. Now, why will it be good to be part of the Rotten Tomatoes?
Because it means that our input into the review and the standing up of films that often get underrepresented or no reviews whatsoever will improve their reviews, and films that don't get missed or overlooked and things like that will get a good crack by the critics. Because I do have to say, I think the critics are a hopeless bunch of arseholes most of the time.
Usually if a critic hates something, we go and see it.
Well, yeah, they just, I don't know, I just find them very unimaginative. And I think you can criticise most things, most artworks, without being not negative, but you can find something constructive in everything. And I think you have to always remember that someone and a lot of people have worked on something.
But to be fair, everyone is trying to make their mark, aren't they? So they want to be really clever. I just hate it when they use a whole load of words that they know most people aren't going to bloody understand.
Okay,
they've literally sat with a thesaurus.
Why I'm really proud of our movie reviews with the girls, with you, with NADIA and everything is, what tends to happen is film reviewers have made their decision before they see a film.
Yeah.
They've decided this is that type of film, and then that's the review. And the thing that I hope that we bring to our reviews is we treat every film in and of its own right. It doesn't mean we like everything necessarily, but we would never say it wasn't for someone.
Give respect to the fact that people have made it. No, Faith Goodman, you're wrong. Oyster biscuits are coconut chocolate and marshmallow, but those are the ones that you get at the ice cream van, and they have ice cream. These are the ones, they're like this, they're flat, pink, marshmallow, coconut.
This is a fun morning coffee.
No, it's not a coconut tea cake, good ship, Lindsay. You're all failing me. That's not what it is.
I'm having fun.
Oh, Jane Mansbridge.
Delara D, how do I get in touch to submit the quiz? Oh, we forgot to put it out. Delara D, send your questions to Michelle. The email is in the body of the information below this film. Love your film reviews. Thank you.
Will you read all the messages on the... Is this for the Father's Day and the members area?
Oh, yes, I've seen quite a few have come through.
Yes.
Are we going to read all of them? There's hundreds.
Yes, we're going to have less... we're going to have less cooking time.
Right.
So the recipes will take a bit less time.
Okay.
But we're going to read them out. So if you are in the members area and want your message read out to your father in whatever guise father comes to you, and even if you've lost your father, you know, you can leave a message. And
so unique. I like that name. That's really fun. She says this is a fun chat this morning.
It's so unique out.
No, I know, but it's great. This is a fun chat this morning. Right, should we hit?
No, it's not a Mikado Grenine Scarlet. That's a long biscuit that's dipped in chocolate. That's not it.
Right, Heatwave.
Jam mallows. Ooh. Nicole Marcella. Hang on. I think
mallows.
You're right. I think you might be right. I'm going to look it up. Jam mallows.
Can I say something?
I love a biscuit chat.
How does everyone feel about the incoming heat wave next week?
I'm worried.
We all love to talk about the weather.
31 degrees.
31 degrees. Is that normal for it to be that suddenly hot when it's like 18 degrees today?
Yes, you were right.
What?
The jam mallows. The biscuits I was trying to remember.
Oh, they are.
Jam mallows. Jam mallows.
Oh, love a jam mallow. Oh, Carla Martin's worried about the heat wave. How do you feel about it? You love a heat wave.
No, I don't. I don't like 31 degrees in London with no swimming pool and no seaside and no breeze. It's hell on earth.
Wow, okay.
But it's most hell on earth when I think of people living in flats.
Area there.
Oh, elderly people absolutely hate it. For us, it's all right because we've got a garden and we've got big doors we can open. Imagine being trapped in a flat.
I don't want to piss on anyone's parade or anything, right? Because we're all looking forward to kind of our lives returning to some kind of normality. Though, if you read a big article on Bloomberg today, the majority of British workers do not want to return to their former working lives. And I don't blame them. They don't want to return to the offices. They don't want to return to the sterile, competitive, soulless enterprise of pretending you're doing more work than each other, being judged if you're having a good time, and all that kind of stuff. I don't blame people for that. So here's the thing. We have also noticed that just in the last 2 weeks, there has been such a dramatic lift in global carbon emissions that all of the I didn't want to say it last night in front of the girls, all of the ecological experts and scientists, the most respected and leading, are more concerned about what's going to happen in the next 8 weeks environmentally to the planet as we all come out of lockdown than they have been, than they were when the Extinction Rebellion. Now, I would urge everyone to think about their carbon footprint. I mean, I would seriously urge everyone.
If you could go somewhere not on a plane, that would be amazing.
Apparently, I mean, it's petrifying the predictions they're making.
Oh, don't.
It's, I mean, forget
the thing is,
coronavirus.
what we have to remember is, when the hot weather comes, that is not a good sign. That is global warming. This weather is totally freaky. We shouldn't be having this weather. If it's 31 degrees here on Wednesday, what is it in Africa?
Yeah, but what's worrying me is these lurches in weather. I was out the other day when we went to the White Cube, and in the space of walking down Bermondsey Street, there were 3 pockets of extraordinary heat coupled with... So there's something odd happening, but...
I think we should shut up. There's a lot of people saying they're really looking forward to it. Having the grandkids over, it's their birthdays.
Oh, all right.
Water fight.
Enjoy the heat wave. Enjoy the heat wave. We'll all just incinerate. It's fine. It's fine.
No.
It's all right. Forget the outbreak at the food supplier as well.
Moody.
No, I'm not at all. I'm trying to push it out of the way. What do I do? It's there.
No, we can talk about the outbreak in the food supply.
Anyway, I'm really looking forward to having a mocktail on our patio.
We can't have global warming.
Sorry.
No, we've done it. That's
new outbreak at food supply. You went, when I read this story to you, or when you saw it yesterday, you went what?
Yesterday I did, yeah. Well, but so there's a food supplier, they make ready meals, another good reason to just cook from scratch. They make ready meals for all kinds of supermarkets. I think Tesco's, Asda, Waitrose, I think they're all there. And they had made complaints earlier on in lockdown that the company was not giving them any chance to socially distance. And now there's been a breakout of 38 people. I think they've got, out of 1,500 people that work there, there's 200 that are off work. It just reminds us, yes, we are more relaxed. Yes, we can be more relaxed, but we still have to be so mindful. We do have to be mindful. We have got to get back out in the world. I mean, I'm going out today and I do feel really nervous about it, if I'm honest. But I think it's really important for Kiki. I'm taking Kiki somewhere and I think it's really important because I think I'm really worried about the kids getting a whole new kind of anxiety about going out, because I have it. I have the anxiety about going out. I mean, I was in, a state the other day when I had to get in a car. And so...
Did you miss not having me there to get you there and pick you up?
I really did. But I'm really pushing myself because I think this virus is going to be here for a long, long time. And the more we keep our kids in and the more scared we are, the more agoraphobic we're all going to become.
As Louise Jones says, if this is one story, it does make you wonder how many other stories are there.
Exactly.
I'm sort of slightly shocked.
But they're not social distancing and they're working very closely together all day. That's what we've got to remember, just to keep sane. So, everything. Like when I was in the car the other day, it was pouring with rain. I got totally soaked, but I had that window open all the way because we know if there's air circulating, it's...
An abattoir that supplies KFC has an outbreak on Anglesey, Crisgullick. I mean, here's the thing. What I'm surprised by is how...
Oh, thank you, James.
What I'm surprised by is how workplaces are playing so fast and loose with already the social distancing. Now, either that's employers not observing the protocols correctly, or what we're experiencing here is just how damn difficult it is to maintain social distance in some work jobs. On building sites and everything, workers and labourers are being encouraged to wear some kind of tech wrist alert that tells you. But the other day, I had to bring in. When our soil was delivered, it was impossible for me and the guy delivering the soil to not be in close proximity.
But you were outside.
We were outside.
And the chance of it is very tiny when you're outside. That's why it's so important.
Oh, look, Marion Patterson. Oh, you just become a member. Welcome.
Welcome, my darling. Don't forget to leave a request for us to read out the Father's Day.
And any new family guests, you've got 23 fabulous Sunday shows. If I say so myself, I watched one the other day and I got drawn in and I couldn't leave it.
So you've got about 30 hours
Which is saying something because I've edited them and by the time I edit something and finish it, I like that. I'm like, no, never show me it again.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I don't.
Thank you, Nicola and Marcella. Yes, you'll be okay. Just take the hand gel. I think I've got a problem that a lot of other people have got because I'm suffering with my eczema on my hands. Hand gel, washing my hands, all of that. So I've bought even plastic gloves now are irritating my hands, so I can't use them.
Can I just
So I got some of these, guys. If any of you are suffering as well, I got some of these from Amazon, and they're much more gentle on your hands because the plastic. And also, I think we've all got to start thinking about getting these and washing these because the plastic glove situation, more plastic into the planet.
You look like Marcel Marceau. Do some mime. Come on, do a wall.
No, I can't. When people try and do
You're
a wall,
an actress, you studied drama.
I did not go to bloody mime school.
Pretend you're a shrub.
No, I don't want to be a shrub.
I love my friend Jake, who's an actor.
Be a table.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a table. Ice cream cone. Every day for a week I would try to be a table.
I love that. I love that song.
That's what I did for my audition into.
I remember going to the theatre with a friend of mine, Jake, and saying to him something like, did you learn how to do all these things where you had to be something? He said, yeah, it was really difficult. He said, I had to be air once. I said, and how did you do it? And he just kind of got up and he just went like this. And he just went out of the theatre. I love actors.
I love acting.
Total
Every day for a week I would try to be an ice cream. Carla Martin did that drama school as well. Alison Baxter, did you see?
Right.
Kaz, don't your tits off.
Yes.
Got positive result for antibodies.
Oh, Lily Moore, welcome.
Know. Welcome to the family guest area, Lily Moore. I know my friend Kaz, dance your tits off. She had just got her positive antibody test. She was so ill at Christmas. And because she'd had cancer, because she's had breast cancer, she was so scared, she said, to go, and her cough was absolutely awful.
Ooh.
And she was so scared to go to the doctors because she thought she had lung cancer. She thought it spread to her lungs. So she went through weeks of that.
Oh,
and actually, what it was coronavirus.
Oh, God.
COVID.
Nanny Di's here.
Nanny
Hi,
die.
Nanny Di.
Nanny die.
Nanny Di. I love the chorus line. I remember singing the chorus line when I was about 8, probably with you, Mum. And there's that bit where she jumps up in the light and she goes, tits.
Who?
And ass in a chorus
When
line.
will I grow tits and ass?
And I
When
remember
will
at the
I
age of
grow-
7 being behind the circle,
I remember
in the
watching
circle,
it, yeah.
beneath the, the barrier at the front of the circle,
At the
going,
Drury Lane Theatre.
yeah, and I would look to this woman with a spotlight on her, and she just...
And she talked about her tits, and it was the sexiest thing on earth.
It was the greatest thing
that
I've
actually-
ever seen.
Heather Gunn, where are we leaving the Father's Day messages?
Oh, on the community page. There's
hit
a-
community
I put a
and
little
go-
question there, and you just leave them there. Lots of people have. Go to the
Oh,
community
somebody
tab.
there's donating their plasma next week.
Wow.
Oh, good for you, because what's happened with the whole plasma thing? I mean, I was really excited about plasma because I thought plasma was going to be the thing that saved us, like it did with the Spanish flu.
I just keep thinking of
It was plasma.
Ghostbusters when
It
you
was
say
plasma
plasma.
that saved us.
Plasma and chloroplast. That's what I'm learning with Kiki at the moment. Chloroplast. So cool. Oh,
Shelley Moss, still limited cancer treatment until end of August. Think this will be more of a problem than coronavirus in the long run. Yes.
don't you have somewhere to go at 10:30?
Oh, it's time to go. I'm going to do a live now with Kay on Instagram. So come over to Instagram and hang out with me and Kay. I'll see you there.
Hey
Bye,
guys,
everybody.
lots of love, everyone.
And happy birthday for all of those whose birthday was on a Friday.
Yes,
What a great
and I'm
day
now
to have a
going to go
birthday.
to the loo to sit down and talk to everyone because I can get away from Nadia. Bye.